What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, the two new upcoming packages, the physical infrastructure package, as well as the next stimulus package named the American Families Plan, as well as what is going on in the world today. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos and new episodes. And don't forget to hit the like button for us. It really helps out our channel. Okay, first up, Republican House of Representative member Marjorie Taylor Greene is really in hot water and could be expelled from the Republican Party this time around. You probably know her, well, for a lot of different things. Number one, she was the person that tried to impeach President Biden before he even became president. She said she was going to file impeachment papers before he was even president. And now for her comment about comparing mask restrictions to the Holocaust. Now, fellow Republican Adam Kinzinger from Illinois said regarding this, just stop. This is demented and dangerous. There is no comparison. As Marjorie Taylor Greene doubled down on her Holocaust comparison, he says, I've said this before and I'll say this again. While we cannot stop her from calling herself a Republican, we can and should refuse to let her caucus with the House Republicans. Now, Republican leader of the House, Kevin McCarthy, is also not very happy with this comment.
The top House Republican, Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, is now condemning one of his fellow Republican members of Congress, Marjorie Taylor Greene. This is after, frankly, days of silence about some of her latest outrageous comments, where she made this offensive and ignorant comparison of COVID rules to the Holocaust. McCarthy says those comments are, quote, appalling, and he says that Greene is wrong. Garrett Haake is on Capitol Hill. Garrett, this is an interesting one because McCarthy, to this point, had not said anything publicly about Marjorie Taylor Greene's remarks. There's also the discussion more broadly, right, when it comes to things that she says. She tries to get, and I think it's very fair to say, she fundraises off of the attention that she gets from saying outrageous things. So there's a discussion of, do you cover it, right? Do you give it oxygen? Do you not? By not covering it, right, do you then, is it better to call these things out when they happen? You now have Kevin McCarthy putting his thumb on the scale to a degree.
Yeah, I'm glad we're having this conversation in the open because I've been someone who's been very reluctant to cover Congresswoman Greene because she's not relevant here. She's a backbencher. She's been removed from committee. She's in the minority party. And essentially everything she does is designed to draw attention to herself and to raise money for herself. And so these latest reprehensible comments about comparing mask wearing to Jews having to wear stars on their clothing during the Holocaust was another outrageous comment from her. But the silence from Republican leadership over the last several days in relation to it became noteworthy. Now McCarthy is out with this statement condemning it, says Marjorie is wrong. Her intentional decision to compare the horrors of the Holocaust with wearing masks is appalling. He goes on to say, let me be clear, the House Republican Conference condemns this language.
Now, in addition to this, a new video has surfaced just yesterday, and you're not even going to believe this. In a newly discovered video of then candidate in 2020, Marjorie Taylor Greene argues that she would disagree with removing a statue of Hitler despite the Nazi leader and others representative, something I would fully disagree with. She also said she would not take down a statue of him or, quote, Satan himself because of their historic significance. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And again, I don't try to take sides, but even if you're Republican, you got to think that she's very, very wrong in this instance. Okay, I got multiple different stimulus check items for you that could put money in your pocket. Here we go. Number one, as you can see here, a secret stimulus check is coming, but you have to ask for it to get it or apply for it. I really like doing videos like this when it comes to these other type of stimulus programs that can get you money, because there's really a lot of them. I don't know, dozens and dozens of them that we've gone over time on this show, and we've literally helped probably hundreds of thousands of people get additional stimulus items like this one. As you can see here, when President Biden signed the American Rescue Plan Act into law at the end of March, many Americans were excited because it meant they would be getting a third stimulus check. for $1,400. But what they didn't realize is that this bill offers a lot more than just the stimulus check. Millions are learning that they will be getting a lot more money in the form of monthly stimulus checks thanks to the federal child tax credit included in the act. And yet, there is another way for Americans struggling financially to get more money from the government. One of the lesser known parts of the third stimulus check package deals with mortgages. When crafting the bill, politicians knew one of the heaviest burdens for anyone hit financially hard during this pandemic was to keep up with their mortgage payments. So they allotted $10 billion to help struggling homeowners out. It's called the Homeowners Assistance Fund and is meant to assist eligible Americans with not just their mortgages, but also taxes, property taxes, insurances, utilities, and even homeowners association due. However, unlike the stimulus check, the government is not just going to mail recipients the money. This one you'll have to inquire about, and it's also first come, first serve. The reason is because the U.S. Treasury will be sending money to each of the states to let them distribute it through their state housing agencies. The amount each state gets depends on factors like number of foreclosures, late mortgage payments, unemployed residents, and more. To qualify, you have to own your home and be struggling to pay a mortgage balance that is less than $548,000. 60% of mortgage aid must go to borrowers with an income less than the national median income or the area's local median income, whichever is higher. To find out how you can get the stimulus, you can contact your state housing agency or you can find more information on this page right here. I will put the link to this page as well as another one I'm going to discuss just in a moment. You can click on any state here. We'll go with California because it has the most population. And you can see there's several different links here that will send you to the right agency to be able to apply for this new mortgage rent assistance, mortgage payment assistance, as well as property tax assistance and utility assistance, as they just mentioned. Now, in addition to this, the Treasury Department has just distributed $6.1 billion to assist renters and landlords through the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. This is brand new money that was just distributed this week. So it's a new batch of money. And I have another link for you here directly from the Treasury Department. The first time I've seen this link. You can find programs in your state. It also says check the list to see if your city, county, tribe, or tribally designated housing entity has a more specific ERA program website before applying through the state. In most cases, states encourage tenants and landlords to apply through their local ERA program in their area. But this website is very, very detailed. So like here, I click on Arizona here as an example, and you can see they have all these different links for your different county and where to apply for all these different rental assistance and homeowner assistance. So there's two different links here. I will put the links to these down below. So there's two different links there for two sets of brand new money that is becoming available or even available right now. So I'll put those links for you down below in the description of this video. After you're done watching this, you might want to check on that. If you go in there and spend a little bit of time looking around, if you got some time after this video, it just literally could mean thousands of dollars in your pocket. Rental assistance from the government will actually pay up to 18 months of your rent. So think about that. If your rent is $1,000 a month, for just an average round number, you could get up to $18,000 paid for your rent from this third stimulus check package. This is literally just two of the additional programs. I love talking about these kind of alternate stimulus programs, these like additional provisions, because they're really cool. Not many people know about them. I mean, that was literally a Treasury website, and you would be surprised how many people don't even know about the child tax credits. It's unbelievable. I was just talking to my neighbor, and he has a daughter who just has a 1-year-old. They have no idea about these child tax credit, these monthly checks that are going to be coming out in July, July 15th. And on July 15th is when the IRS says they're going to start sending out these monthly child tax credit checks, which basically are child stimulus checks or stimulus checks that are going to go to the parent who claims them as a dependent. It's $300 per month for children under the age of 6 and $250 per month for children ages 6 through 17. Now, just to be clear, I've explained this before, but the child tax credit is not something new. It's not something that the Democrats and Biden just made up. But it is something they increased. Okay, it used to be $1,000 per year per child. Then former President Donald Trump increased it to $2,000, but you can only claim it on a tax return. So if you had two children, you could get $2,000 for each of them, $4,000 as a credit on your taxes. Okay. But now first of all, they've tweaked it a little bit. So it's now an advanced refundable tax credit. So refundable means that even if you don't owe the IRS any money, so for example, if you didn't owe any taxes, you'd get it, it's refunded to you. It's refundable. It's not just a tax credit, it's an advanced refundable tax credit. Advanced mean they can pay you in advance, which is exactly what the stimulus checks are. Stimulus checks, the regular stimulus checks that you think of, are advanced refundable tax credits. You get them in advance and they're refundable. You get them no matter what, whether you owe the IRS money or not, it's refundable, okay? Now, the child tax credits are the same way, and they also changed a provision in the third stimulus check package that made it so you don't have to have any earned income. In the past, you had to have earned income, meaning you had to have a job and at least earn a certain minimum amount. Okay, so now going forward, the Democrats in the third stimulus check package, I say the Democrats because there wasn't a single Republican that voted on it. And I mean, that's just the truth. I'm not picking sides or anything like that. But the Democrats increased it to $3,000 for children ages 6 through 17 instead of $2,000, and they increased children under the age of 6 to $3,600 instead of the $2,000 that it was before. So they've increased this and enhanced this, and they're going to send these out in monthly stimulus checks starting on July 15th for the second half of the year. The money that's owed for the first half of the year, you'll get on your tax return, the 2021 tax return that you'll file next year. So an additional $1,500 or $1,800 that you'll get as a one lump sum next year. The IRS is setting up a portal or a website right now that they say will be open by July 1st. I'll keep you up to date on that. We know the IRS is extremely far behind on these child stimulus checks, these child tax credits. You'll be able to log into this website, choose if you want to opt out and just get all the money at the end. I wouldn't recommend doing that because I just think it's better to get the money in monthly payments. You're still going to get a one lump sum at next year's tax return anyway for half the money. And you just kind of have less desire to go and blow the money, as if you get a little bit every month, you get, say you have two children, you're getting $500 a month. That will actually kind of go a lot more than if you got, say, $6,000 all in one lump sum. You might go on a vacation and buy an iPhone, and a month or two later, you'll find out it's completely gone. And when it comes to like buying, food and clothing and shelter for the children, 6 months later, that money will be long gone. So that would be my personal advice to you. Of course, it's just advice. Feel free to do whatever you want. But even if you take the monthly payments, you're only going to get them for the second half of this year. The other half is going to come as a one lump sum either way. Now, the Democrats want to extend this to 2025 or even permanently in this next stimulus package bill. It's likely going to come in the American Families Plan, but it could come in the infrastructure plan, but only, well, yeah, it could come in the infrastructure package. It's a toss up, but because even some Republicans are for this. Remember, former President Donald Trump increased this to $2,000. This is the start of monthly stimulus checks. Now we know that Democrats want to do a fourth stimulus check that's for everybody. That's be for the 85% of Americans that receive the regular everyday third stimulus check. And really, there are Democratic lawmakers that are talking right now about not only a fourth stimulus check, but a fifth stimulus check as well. And that would be absolutely great. As you know, they sometimes plan this stuff ahead of time because it kind of takes a long time to get these bills passed. And this is what the Democrats want to do. And they're in control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency. So this is kind of what is happening. In addition to this, we have 28 members from the Senate that have wrote a recent letter to President Biden urging him for monthly recurring stimulus checks. This includes Senator Bernie Sanders, who's the Senate Budget Chairman, the person in charge of the Senate, the reconciliation process, which is how they passed the third stimulus check package, and also how they're probably going to pass the fourth stimulus check package as well as Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. So we literally have the leaders at the top, the leader of the Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, along with Bernie Sanders, who's the right-hand man of Joe Biden, urging him for monthly recurring stimulus checks, not just the fourth stimulus check, but literally for monthly stimulus checks that would go until at least the pandemic is over. So at the small side, you're probably looking at 6 months. This is growing more and more popular. And I know there's always people that say monthly stimulus checks will never happen. But I'm just reporting to you, A, what these Democrats are saying. B, literally the Senate majority leader and the person in charge of the reconciliation process. I mean, these are what the leaders of the Senate and the House of Representatives are saying. Okay, we just had the House Ways and Means Committee just this week or within the last week write a letter in addition to that to President Biden saying that they also want monthly stimulus checks. And they're the people who write the bill for the stimulus check portion of the bill. They wrote the second stimulus check, the first stimulus check, and the third stimulus check. They write the bill for the stimulus checks. So, and monthly stimulus checks are already happening from these child tax credits. They're going to be starting in July 15th. Most Americans don't even know about them. When July comes and that starts to become a mainstream news, people are going to be like, how come I didn't know about this before? And I'm like, because you didn't watch It's Jimmy on YouTube. And it's just like, yeah. Feel free to share this video because, man, there's a lot of friends and families and all your friends that probably need to know about these child tax credits, these rental assistance programs, these mortgage assistance programs. Like the average person just does not know about these programs at all. Those three programs that we just talked about, they're already passed. Like it's not even like a question it could happen, it may happen. Those three programs are already passed and there's more coming on the way. So monthly stimulus checks are already a thing for at least for children and for the parent who claims them as a dependent. They're pushing for even more monthly stimulus checks as a fourth stimulus check, which would be for everybody, not just for children and the parents, as well as mortgage assistance and rental assistance. Literally, we've seen it. I showed you the Treasury website saying that billions of dollars were just sent out to states this week and is now going to become available. So that really I get excited about this stuff because really our community, you guys, first of all, our community is absolutely amazing. You ever read the top comments on our video? You'll read comments like Diana here, who is just absolutely amazing, just uplifts everybody every single day. Also, Delma here, every single day, they're literally bringing you just uplifting, positive messages. This channel is all about positivity. We have so many people here, as you can see in these comments, that literally are just great community members. You can see Daniel here says that you haven't led me wrong yet, Jimmy. Connie and the Sun's been an awesome commenter. We have so many great, amazing people in our community that every single day are just kind of there with us through this journey. So yeah, feel free to become a member of our community. It's free to subscribe down below. Share this video with your friends and family so they know about these programs. Literally, you let your friend know about this rental assistance program. They go and apply for it and get 6 months or 12 months of free rent or free mortgage or paid for by the government. It's going to be absolutely awesome for you and your family. So remember, don't miss an episode. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for being a part of our community. I love you guys so much. My wife loves you. My son Julian loves you. You guys are absolutely amazing. I don't know how much better I can praise you guys, but yeah, you guys are awesome. The best community on YouTube by far. You can click this video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video is about President Biden's Social Security raise for $1,341. Click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.